You're watching the Coach Bo Frye Show, brought to you by the following fine sponsors. Ace Cuts, Albert Sporting Goods, All Blaze Equipment Rental, Buffalo Wild Wing, Capability, Salina Cycle Center, Eagle Loan Company of Salina, Eagle 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Grand Lake Roofing, Guarneri's Pub and Pizzeria, JT's Brew and Grill, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Plus One Professionals Real Estate, Writer Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Bo Frye Show. Starting off the 2025 football season, Rider Nation Station is proud to bring you each and every week head coach Bo Frye here. Coach, thanks for being here this week.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Coach, I thought before we jump into the Gallion game, we'd talk a little bit about the off-season, maybe the whole program, the other grades. How has it gone for an off-season and for the other grades?
First and foremost, our kids work at this thing year-round. I work here in St. Mary's. The kids work, and I love them from that, and they're going to have success because of that. Off-season went well. We kind of lift heavy in the winter. We converted to some sprint training in the spring to try to get our speed going and that sort of jazz. But we're doing a lot of different things in the off season, keeping them interested. We used to do dinners. A couple of years we went to the Ohio State spring game, that kind of stuff. So we have great off seasons in St. Mary's. The summer starts June 7th. We get 13 camp days. We play 7-on-7s. We went to a 7-on-7 tournament in Bucyrus. We played 4 7-on-7s. We traveled around, did a lot of that stuff. But yeah, it was a good summer, and we got better.
Did the kids do some service hours or anything like that?
So we have some help with like flag football and that sort of jazz, but no, they all work so much anymore that it's hard to get them outside of the time that we can get them.
Sure. Mm-hmm. And how are the other programs going? JVs, freshmen, 8th grade?
Yeah, our JVs won on Saturday against Gallion 47-26. Our freshmen, it was short-ended. They didn't play the fourth quarter, but they were winning 8-0 going into the fourth quarter against Marion Local on Monday. And our 7th grade just won last night. I don't know the final score, but it was 40-something to 14, I think.
Okay.
At Virginia.
So good success through the program and good numbers, right?
Yeah, so great coaching down low. We got great coaching at the young levels, so we're getting better.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, I wanted to look around the WBL a little bit. Of course, this upcoming week is the start of the WBL season. But this past week, everybody played outside of the conference. Mm-hmm. Really interesting scores, either win big or lose big, it seemed like, in different places. So looking a little bit at the WBL, we have Bath 50, Indian Lake 21, St. Henry 31, Salina 7, Elida 38, Toledo Rogers 0, Eastwood 40, Kitten 21, Liberty Benton 35, Ottawa Glandorf 0, of course, Gallion 35, St. Mary's 6, Van Wert 42, Bryan 7, Wapakoneta 28, Clay 7. So a lot of big scores both ways. Some losing big, some winning big. Anything jump out at you or surprise you about that group?
I'm going to be honest with you, that's the first time I've actually seen all the scores.
Wow.
The minute I got home from Gallion, I turned my attention to Bath, and I have not even turned on the other thing but film and us. You know, it's been us trying to figure out ourselves, and people have kind of mentioned some things here and there, but I've seen Bath. I saw Bath put it on Indian Lake. So,
yeah. Well, it's a good team, and we'll talk about them coming up here in a second too. So, well, Coach, rough night Friday night against Gallion. Hour and 45-minute drives, but a lot of the good St. Mary's faithful were there. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and jump into some of the clips from the game there. There were some highlights that we were able to show, and appreciate that. Early on it felt like there was some success with rushing the ball. In that first drive, Caleb Schmidt had a real nice, I think this was a trap or a dive up the middle. Unfortunately, it was called back on a high-low block. but otherwise blocked very well.
2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And the majority of the night, we could never keep going forward.
And unfortunately, when that came back, we had a punt here, but an excellent punt from Triplet.
Yep.
He's certainly a big asset of this team, kicking and punting.
Yeah, great kid. Great kid. Worked his tail off all offseason. You'll see success from him all throughout the season.
All the way from basically the goal line to the other 44-yard line. Pretty nice punt there.
Yeah.
And it really didn't even roll that much. That was really a lot of it in the air. Defense, I thought, looked pretty good, especially early on in the game, although they were on the field a lot. But early on, this is a play just with thought some really good D-line play. Kept the containment, and everybody kind of flowed there.
Yeah, those guys are good up front. Matt Murray, Owen Ott, they're going to be great. It's just going to take some time.
Yeah, I saw Matt Murray right there jumping in the screen. And
they got motors, man. They're jawing in practice every day. We're getting better. Every day in practice, those guys are bringing energy, they're bringing juice, and they're going to have a great year.
Well, this next play again, I just thought it was a good team tackle. So D-line did well again, but look at everybody fly to the as a tough running back, and you had everybody basically on the field getting to the pile. I know they preached that a lot.
100%. And I thought the defense honestly played very well at times. They were just on the field way too much, and they were on the wrong side of the 50 on the field all the time too.
Right.
And it's hard to play defense when you're on the field that much and on the wrong side of the 50.
We talked about that on the air. At halftime, Gallion had a average drive start on St. Mary's is 49 or 44-yard line or 46-yard line.
It's darn near impossible to play defense that way.
Yeah, and this was one of the highlights of the defense. One of the highlights of the first half for St. Mary's, a nice goal line stand here.
Yeah.
And really felt like maybe the momentum could have switched back there, but it's tough when the offense has their backs up against the goal line as well.
Yeah.
Then looking at in the second quarter, going the other direction, thought this was a nice defensive stop here. Quarterback was shifty, but everybody really...
Zach Myers in there, Trey Moore. They're flying around. The defense gets to the ball, and they're going to be fine. I mean, there's no reason to burn the boats here. All right? We're going to be okay. Yes.
Right. Special teams always a big part of it. We talked about the punting. This was a nice field goal block. At first, we thought it was Trey Moore coming around the edge, but then we rewatched the replay. It was right up the middle, right?
Yeah,
one of the big guys.
I'm not sure who got it in there. I'm completely sure, but yeah, it was a good job up the middle. We put a lot of time into special teams. I mean, special teams are our focus in St. Mary's, and they always will be. Looks like Odd or Murray or one of those guys inside, and we got Johnny Youngs with that long body jumping up as well. But we put a lot of time, put a lot of focus into special teams.
I think even being able to put that on film for other teams too, they have to start. That's one more thing that they have to practice. Hey guys, they got a good extra point block. Hey, we need to be sure that we are practicing that extra through the week. And people don't realize, but it's 1 point, but it can make a huge deal on close games.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah. This next play here, I thought was a well-blocked counter early on in that second quarter.
Yeah, it's just step away, play away, block away.
Nice big line, nice big hole at the line, but I will say Gallion their linebackers did a really good job of always somehow getting to the ball wherever it was.
Well coached, testament to those guys. They outcoached us.
And then also, even though Triplet was punting well, I thought this was a good job on this particular punt of your guys getting down the field, putting a helmet on the guy, and very close to being blocked there a little bit.
Yeah, there was some risky ones all night.
But good job of the guys.
Good tackle by Fink, heck of a tackle.
Fink, yeah.
We should have had 12 bodies down there, though, diving on that ball. That's kind of stuff we preach. If that ball's on the ground, boom, you're in like a fish on the water,
Like you said, the ball can bounce either way sometimes, and that can make a big deal.
Wasn't our way.
Yeah. I think this was, still in the second quarter. It looked like maybe we were going to see something getting going here with the straight dive, which I always appreciate as a guard and center.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. It's gone, and then I think we jumped off sides the next play.
Yeah. But Rammel,
good kid.
Good good strong runner.
Yeah, he's been around for a while for us.
Right. Yeah, I know he's played a lot of different positions.
Playing a lot on defense now too, though. So that's where we're at with life. So yeah.
And then in that second quarter, decided to bust out the passing game a little bit, a little shotgun. You talked about we're going to see that a little bit more this year from Minerding. I thought he had some nervous throws early on, but then he got really settled down on this drive and was making some really nice throws to some.
Minerding will be fine in the end. He's going to be okay, and I think that's some of the stuff we can do this year. I think we're going to have to do a little more of it. It's just we're trying to find our way on offense right now, guys. It's a work in progress for us too. So yeah.
Good play right here for your defense. Puts a little bit of pressure on him. He tries to swing for the fences, but it's well covered, and the interception and a nice block right there on the interception return. And unfortunately, some extracurriculars from Gallion at the end here, ripping the helmet off.
Yeah.
A little surprised somebody doesn't get ejected for something like that.
I agree, but I don't know. But hey, we had that. Good things happened. Had about 30 seconds left, and we lined up in the wrong formation the next play. Right. So we had to call a timeout, our last timeout. So I said, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. We just have to make sure our steps forward stay forward.
And that's the sign, as we know, of a younger team, a team that doesn't have people. There's no substitution for game time experience.
Not at all. And in that long bus ride, I wasn't worried about it. And then when we jumped off the bus, it's like we left our fundamentals in St. Mary's. And they haven't done that. They're a good group, and they won't again. I mean, we'll continuously get better as this thing goes on.
Good. It was nice to see Compton get in the backfield a little bit.
Yeah, he'll play a little more back there.
This is a great. He hits the hole a little different speed than Schmidt.
He's got a big old bottom half. Yeah. He's a banger, kind of like the guys we had last year. And we're looking for tough guys on offense.
I like to listen to the old Big Ralph clips and hearing a lot of Compton in the backfield.
Yeah, it's kind of neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
So but you'll see him more. I mean, but we can't take away from the defense either. So
Right. Later on in the game, then a nice little boot here from Minerding and.
You had Fishbach on there. That's not Fishbach. That's Verbereich.
Fishbach
was last year, baby. We moved on.
Sorry.
It's Verbereich. Yeah, Verbereich. Carter Verbereich. Dad played in the program. A lot of these guys' dads have played. So. Now it's Carter Verbereich making a nice
Carter.
catch.
Trying to take your catch away.
Fishbach was last year.
Yeah, that's
I think Fishbach would be all right with that, though.
Yeah. That's right. Carter Verbereich, though, nice.
I think that's one more than Fishbach had last year.
That was a nice big target there.
Yeah, dude. He catches the ball well. It's just we have to all work in order to complete a pass. All 11 have to work together.
Sure.
Yes. Same way we got to hit a dive. So.
And then it was nice at the end of the game to see us get some pay dirt. Schmidt, nice following his blockers there into the end zone.
Yeah. It's a little slower pace at this point. I mean, our kids were fighting. It's just things had not gone our way.
Right. Mm-hmm. A little too late, but it's still nice to see the kids not give up though, and still keep working on the fundamentals and continuing to work on things right up until the end of the fourth quarter and put that one in there, at least to take the shutout off the board. So,
yeah, it's a good news.
We're going to jump into a commercial. When we come back, we're going to talk about the opponent this week, that being the Bath Wildcats. We'll be back right after this.
You're watching the Coach Bo Frye Show, brought to you by the following fine sponsors. Ace Cuts, Albert Sporting Goods, All Glaze Equipment Rental, Buffalo Wild Wing, Capability, Salina Cycle Center, Eagle Loan Company of Salina, Eagle 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Grand Lake Roofing, Guarneri's Pub and Pizzeria, JT's Brew and Grill, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Plus One Professionals Real Estate, Writer Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
Welcome back to the Bo Frye Show. I'm Zach Farrell, subbing in for Joe Hurlbert this week. He'll be back next week, though. Coach Bo, Bath Wildcats coming up this week. What are we looking from them, and what does St. Mary's need to do to get on the winning side this week?
Well, Bath's a very veteran group. A lot of these names we were joking around before we started this thing. We've been hearing them for 3-4 years,
Mikey Hale?
He's back. He's senior year. Quarterback's back. A lot of the linemen are back. I think 10 of 11 starters on defense are seniors. But yeah, they're big, they're physical, they're athletic, but we're not a bad football team when we focus on us and focus on our fundamentals.
Well, you're going to come back home this week.
I love that.
Yeah. So any different with preparations or getting more time on the turf since you're going to be playing on the turf, anything like that?
We practice out here every day. I mean, so we've kind of been on the turf throughout the entire summer. It's a beautiful facility, and we're out here every day, and we're very appreciative to the community for what we have. When we go to some of these other places, you realize how nice our stuff is.
And new turf this year too,
yeah,
right?
Beautiful new turf. We're trying to break it in right, and we'll get it right. I mean, we're going to get there, and we're going to get this, so we'll be all right.
Well, we hope everybody watching, everybody in town can come out and root the Rough Riders on in person, but if not, Rider Nation Station will be there to help anybody nationwide that tunes in. So for Coach Bo Frye, thank you for coming again.
Yeah.
For Coach Bo Frye, I'm Zach Farrell. We'll see everybody next week.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.